Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to Barakamon Episode 3? I want to say yes, 3. So yeah, we're here for another episode of Barakamon. This was supposed to be done yesterday, but due to time constraints and all, I couldn't. So we're getting to it today. So yeah, not much has really happened in this series so far. It's just like, we have our main character, he's meeting the villagers, the one girl is adorable and kind of crazy to a point. She definitely seems kooky. Then there's these other two girls who are extremely lacking in personal space respect. Like, it's unfathomable. That's one of the things I do note about this series so far. Something that I want to just cover here real quick. They're almost kind of painting the fact that these villagers, the people on this island and all, they're painting the fact that they have zero respect for personal space and privacy, almost as if it's supposed to be a good thing. And I'm not sure if that's, again, I've only seen 2 episodes so far, so I'm not sure if that's fully what they're going for here, but it's like none of these villagers seem to have any respect for personal space at all. The little girl and then these other 2 teenage girls, they just bust into this dude's house. I mean, I think he's kind of just renting it out right now, but still. We saw the chief, the village chief. He just kind of busted in without any caring about our main character's personal space and privacy and all. The only one who has is this one neighbor kid, this a teenage guy dude, the one with the blonde hair. He's the only one who so far has respected our main character's personal space. And like when he came to deliver the food from his mother and all, he knocked. And he's the only one who's done that kind of thing. And it's like, it just, I don't know, it's a little irritating, to be honest. I don't know if, like, what they're going for is that it's supposed to be charming and funny or whatnot, but no, it's annoying, and it doesn't make these characters come off that well to me. I mean, it's not like I hate them or anything. It's not like I despise these characters. But when the show almost seems to be either doing one of 2 things with this, either making it seem like they're right to do this, or that they're at least okay to do it, or, number 2, that it's not a big deal at all, it kind of comes across as really disconcerting. Because it's like, I just do not feel like it's right that they're doing that. And they don't seem to, like, I mean, outside of our main character, like, yelling at them for it, they don't really seem to get any punishment for it. Like, essentially, they're breaking and entering. They're essentially breaking the law. Now, I don't know what the laws surrounding that in Japan are, but at least in terms of, like, the laws I understand as an American citizen, they are breaking and entering. And that's not right. You don't just break into someone's house. I'm sure that's against the law in Japan. Breaking into someone's house without their permission. It's just like, the fact that they're not painting this as a truly negative thing bothers me. And so far, it's the only thing that really does bother me about this series. Because, again, I like the characters in terms of their personalities and, well, their character. I enjoy the story. Like, I like what they're doing with the story and how our character isn't fully realizing that the answer to his calligraphy problem and everything is staring him right in the face, and he's just not seeing it. He basically said, like, oh, I was just kind of in a mode when I did that's not what I'm really going for. And it's like, that's actually what you are going for. That's what you want. You're just not realizing it. When he's, doing the calligraphy, when he's just kind of inspired out of the blue instead of randomly trying to stick with tradition. I like a lot of the ways that it's doing this. And again, I enjoy the characters enough, but I just really do not like the fact that they seem to have no personal space with this all. And even if that's a thing with this little village on this island, even if that's a thing where they're just like so tight knit as a community that this doesn't bother them at all, the fact is they still have to realize how it's bothering him, our main character. And I'm sorry I keep just referring to him as the main character. I still don't remember his name. But it's like, it just feels so wrong to me that they keep doing it this way. Now, if they change that, then okay. But if not, and if this just, and especially if they try to end up like excusing it in the future, like they try to say like, oh, it's okay, just do whatever you want or whatnot, like that's a big no to me. That's a problem. That's when we're gonna have issues. But either way, I am still really enjoying the series, and I'm hoping I continue to do so. Because honestly, I feel like this show could go downhill easily if it doesn't be careful. And honestly, if it starts to annoy me a little too much, then obviously that'll be a problem too. But like I always say, the only way I won't continue, the only way I'll ever drop it is if I really feel like I don't have any interest at all in continuing, or I feel like, it's just so low because of one reason or another, or that one reason or another just upsets me that much. That's pretty much the only ways I'll drop it. But hopefully it should never get to that. In the meantime, though, I do also have to record, obviously, Disenchantment today. You'll probably be seeing both of these. Obviously, you'll know when you watch this. But you'll probably be seeing this show up in your subscription feed tonight, Thursday night. Because I do still go to the bar on Thursdays to do the game night and all. So I'm probably gonna, just based on the time, I'm probably not gonna be able to, like, upload this video until I get back. So yeah, just saying right off the bat. Either way, let's just get this started. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we will begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, so this was an interesting episode. It really had 3 things to note with it. 3 main points to the episode. The first was the one teenage girl who's been hanging around and I guess becoming friends with our main character. She reveals to our main character that it was already revealed, but that she's a manga artist, and she wants him to read her manuscript. And it ends up being for like this kind of horror manga that she's writing, that she's going to be submitting to a boys manga magazine, something presumably like Shonen Jump. And as I was saying, these kind of manga and anime and stuff are pretty popular. The likes of Tokyo Ghoul and whatnot. People really like these kind of horror shonen or whatnot, or manga and anime. So it's definitely got an audience. But our main character is kind of freaked out by it. And especially when she goes completely nuts explaining things and just... She's fun. She's insane, but fun. Um, so after that, we also go into the next part, which is our main character submitting an entry to this to this contest kind of thing, this calligraphy contest. And he ends up getting second place, which is good, but his problem is that he gets second place to an 18-year-old newbie, someone who had just started calligraphy. And he still doesn't seem to get it. He basically said that the calligraphy was perfect, and it's kind of... I kind of sense that he's still going for that traditional route. That it's perfect in a traditional sense, and it's probably technically well done. But it doesn't have the heart and soul, the kind of youthful, how do I put it? The youthful personality to it that is clearly what a lot of these people are looking for these days. He's focused so much on the tradition that he doesn't see that he's not putting any actual passion behind it. It's all... I guess you could say it's all style and no substance. That's a way you could put it. And he's not realizing that when he does those on the spot calligraphies, when he gets inspired and stuff, those are his best work, and he doesn't realize it because it's not something he plans out. It's not something he's trying really hard and working really hard for. It's just something that kind of happens. But he doesn't seem to understand that that's sometimes the best you can do. That when your passion and your just you don't... It's better when you don't have to put all of that heavy work into it, when you don't have to focus too hard, when it comes more naturally, when it is more you on the spot without all of that prep work. It's better. And that's what these competitions and whatnot, these people, these experts, seem to be looking for, and he doesn't get that. So he kind of enters this short depressive state until Naru convinces him to go out with her and just have fun. So they go to this mochi picking festival, and I'm not entirely sure what this is supposed to be. I guess normally when they build a house, they do something where they throw mochi off the roof, and you're supposed to try and catch it or pick it. And I guess you just keep whatever you catch, whatever you pick. And this time they're doing it to celebrate a new boat instead of a house. I'm not 100% what mochi... not 100% sure what mochi is. I've heard of it before in other anime and stuff. I think it's some kind of sweet, some kind of like a pastry, I want to say. But I'm not actually 100% sure on that. But either way, yeah, this final part of the episode focuses on that, on the mochi picking. And our main character talks to Yasuba, who is apparently the best mochi picker. She always gets the most. And he asks her basically for some advice, and she's like, don't focus too hard on it. Don't put like all your effort into it, and if something goes wrong, just let it go and move on. Don't always look up. Sometimes you have to just stare ahead and even down to be able to progress. And it's like, obviously we're supposed to take this as not just for the mochi picking, but advice that he's trying to basically get for his calligraphy. And what this would mean is that it's like, don't always like try too hard. The fact that you're trying too hard, dude, that's what's messing you up. That's what's not allowing you to get any better or win any of these competitions or whatever. You have to just let it go. You just have to stop looking up and instead look ahead. Look ahead and even look down a little bit. Set your sights low so that you're not like constantly failing and constantly getting disappointed. Don't worry about the big stuff right now. Start small and work your way up. And while he didn't get any mochi with this advice, I think he's starting to learn more. I think he's starting to see more about just how that advice can adhere to his calligraphy as well as just his life in general. And we see at the end here he gets that pot of bean soup from the one insanely intense mochi picker. I forgot the name, but he gets the bean soup from her, and it's like, okay. And it shows that it's like, just live life as you go. Don't think too hard into it. Don't focus too hard on the negative aspects or the hardships. Just keep going. As Dory from Finding Nemo would say, just keep swimming. So yeah, I really did enjoy this episode. I think this was probably my favorite for a lot of reasons. It was one of the funniest episodes by far. I mean, with the one girl, the beginning with Naru making that face because she was thinking she was so adult. That cold open, though, didn't really have much of any impact on the rest of the episode. Like, the cold open, it's like Naru's thinking she's so adult because she can read. And then I guess she finds out that she read something wrong, and the other girls rewarded her for something I guess she didn't read right, but they were just being nice to her. And so her face goes back to normal, and then it's like that had nothing to do with the rest of the episode. And it's like, I mean, obviously I've seen shows that have done that before where the cold open's just some random fun. My Little Pony does that a lot, actually. The cold open not necessarily having much to do with the rest of the episode. But I think this time it was just like, that just felt so random. And not necessarily in a bad way, but it felt really random and just, it was funny. That face was ridiculous. I think I might have seen that face before, probably, in memes and stuff. Now that I think about it, but it caught me so off guard still. Yeah, it's just, it was funny, it was entertaining, and I had fun. I had fun with this episode overall. Tell me your thoughts, though, of the episode in the comments below, and thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.
And though you've come through many obstacles, shed tears along the way, you're still standing, live, love, laugh.